And today's Wednesday, and you were ironing all day yesterday. So, what have you been up to today so far? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, so what have
Hello,
you been up
how are
to?
you?
I'm doing well. What have you been up to today? Hmm. And it looks like your connection is not the greatest, um, which is okay. I guess let's go and talk about some disasters. Um, all right, now, can you read through the title and the next lines?
Disasters. Today we will read about different disasters, practice role plays, and read some comics.
Good. And maybe now, can you ask Wisla the first question?
Winslow, what are some different kind of disasters?
No, I think you would be the only one that's good internet. Um, what do you think now? What are some different kinds of disasters?
Tsunami, earthquake, typhoon, tornado, hurricane. How to say? The landslide.
Uh-huh,
It
landslide.
happened. It happened in China. Mm, and I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. What was the
Tomato.
tornado? Tornado.
Because I read maybe you missed typing just
Oh, what did you say?
yeah tomato
Yeah.
tornado.
Yeah, it's just that R looks a lot like a
Yep, tornado.
um
Iron M, but looks M.
yeah, R and N look really similar.
Aha,
Um
sorry.
yeah. Okay. And so do. Yeah, that's good. What was the landslide in China like and when did it happen?
I I I don't remember about it, but when you talked about landsliding in your previous class, and then I knew about this uh, nature disaster. I didn't know about it before I took your le lesson.
Okay. Oh, well, nice. Okay. And yeah, let's have now, can you ask Wisla the next question?
Winslow, have you ever been in a disaster?
Oh, thank you. I hear you now.
Nice.
No, for luck, never. But it could be terrible because I believe that disasters are usually unpredictable.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Disasters are usually very unpredictable. We would go back here. We would say no, luckily never. Um, does that make sense, Wisla?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. And Wisla, can you ask Amp the next question?
Um, are there ways we can prepare ourselves in advance to cope with disasters?
Well, you can learn what to do, but you don't know the magnitude of the disaster, and you don't know how you when you have to cope with them. So probably you have read many information how to to face this. but just when you are living at the moment, you are going to know if you are able to to face it or not.
Nice. Really well done. You've read many information?
A lot of.
Yeah, a lot of information. You don't know. You don't know how you have to cope with it?
I said them because we are talking about disasters in general. No.
Yeah, but because you already said that you don't know the magnitude of the disaster, we're like
Okay. Okay.
talking about a hypothetical
Okay.
disaster. Does that make
Mhm,
sense?
mhm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Um, okay, good. And I think we're all set here. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
All right, let's look at this and let's have now. Can you try the first one?
Once the storm was huge, had high wind, and there was a lot of rain. It was in
I.
I was in to hurricane.
Nice.
Once the storm was huge, had high winds, and there was a lot of rain.
Yeah. And what's the difference between a hurricane and a tornado?
Hmm. Tornado. Hurricane. Tornado. My image is the same.
Oh no. Okay. Um,
Someone help me.
does anybody know the difference between a hurricane and a tornado?
Yeah, hurricane came from the ocean, Caribbean Ocean, and tornado came from the land, not from the ocean.
Okay. So what are
Hurricane
some
has rain, a lot of rain, and strong wind, and tornado just have strong wind.
tornadoes can have rain around
Really, I
them?
don't know that. Okay, no, my mistake, my bad.
No worries. What like the main difference? What's like the big difference that is a huge difference between a
I
hurricane
see.
and a tornado?
I think that hurricane or typhoon covers a large area, but
Yeah.
tornado, point, not maybe point, I can say, happens very small area.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So what we have with a tornado is you've got like a little spiral of wind that
Hmm.
is kind of narrows down to the ground. So that would be like a tornado, and it spins around and around and around. And a hurricane is really, really big, and it covers like a lot of space. Like it would cover all of Japan, kind of. You know,
Oh, okay.
you get it's like a typhoon, and a hurricane or a tornado is really small, pinpointed. Uh, right, Vlisla, what about the next one? Vlisla? Maybe not. Uh, Ken, can you try the next one?
Okay, California to experience rank for the past several years. It's getting really bad. And, um, drought. I think drought.
Yep.
And tense. California has been experiencing it.
Nice. Has
Yes,
been experiencing. Good. Really nicely done, Ken.
thank
Amp,
you.
what about the next one?
In the World Two.
Hmm. Sorry, Amp, you're breaking up a little bit. Are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I said other chemical weapons were used.
Perfect. Nice. And what about the next one? Now.
The flu, the cure to the flu epidemics,
You could say epidemic. What if it's bigger? What if it's a little bit bigger?
pandemic.
Yeah, pandemic.
I didn't know that. Pandemic is the thing bigger than
Yeah.
epidemic.
Yes. A pandemic is like a really, really big epidemic.
Okay, that occurred in 1918 to what's had infected
Not had infected.
cured
Just use
in
the simple past.
was
Just the simple past.
infected.
Yeah, good. Okay, really well done. So can you read the whole sentence?
The flu pandemic that occurred in 1918 infected 500 million people.
Perfect. And let's have Wisla. Can you try the next one?
If you were in Pompeii during the volcanic eruption, you likely would be fossilized.
Yeah. You would be fossilized is kind of close, but there's a better answer.
You likely would to be where? No.
State of being that I guess was in the past.
Would have been.
Yeah, you would have been fossilized. So because it's a hypothetical situation, so if you were, you would have been. Just the conditional statement. And all right. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
What is fossilized?
Fossilized. Who knows what it means to be fossilized?
To become a fossil-like situation.
What's it? What's a fossil?
Fossil is a stone which preserves the exact shape of creatures.
Yeah. So fossil is like a stone that preserves the shape of people or of creatures. So in Pompeii, I don't know if I'll be able to get. Yeah. So things like this happened because of the volcanic eruption, like the gas and the heat. People were preserved as stone in their last moments, which is kind of scary and horrifying, but interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. We usually use it for like dinosaurs are often fossilized, but any other questions? Okay. Well, we could try that. Let's try this. And Wisla did the last one. Ken, can you try, or can you read the title and then try to start us
Okay.
off?
Make a story. Take turns making a story about a person in or about to be in a disaster.
Yeah. Can you start us off?
Okay. Once upon a time, there is a peaceful village. uh, close close to the ocean. There was
Peaceful village
peaceful village,
across
which
the
is
ocean.
yeah. Uh, I mean, which is close to the ocean.
Oh, okay. Which was close
Was close, yes.
to the ocean. Okay.
And people are living there peacefully.
Are living, whoop, past tense?
While living, yes, peacefully.
Or just lived there peacefully.
I live there peacefully.
Okay, good. Am, can you keep going and maybe introduce a character?
Um, yes, there was a family that was dedicated to fish and have their canoes, and they have
The
the canoe
canoes?
near the seashore.
They lived?
The canoes are near the seashore.
Okay, they had canoes near the seashore. Okay. Uh, yeah, now, how would you continue the story?
Hmm. Twins. How to say? Twins in a family sleep in a bed, and the older brother woke up because woke up. The bed is shaking because the bed was shaking, and he thought it is it it is made by younger brother.
Are they twins?
Yeah.
So if they're twins, you can't have an
How?
older and a younger, right?
Ah, yeah, that's right. How should I say?
Um, so
We can say that not twins.
brothers?
Brothers in the family slept in a bed.
Um, yeah, so we wouldn't say brothers
The brothers
in the family. Past tense?
slept
Do do.
in a bed. The older brother woke up because the bed was shaking. He thought it was made
Good.
by a younger brother.
We would probably just say he thought it was the
Shaked.
younger brother.
Huh?
You could say shaken.
Hmm?
Um, I think it just sounds better to say he thought it was the younger brother.
Oh, so it was the younger brother, but it was not.
Okay. Really hope this is a Godzilla story. How would you continue the story?
By the way, he looks by the window or through the window. By the window. Okay. And notice that And notice on the beach a few big waves, not waves, whales.
Wells?
Yes, whales, not whales. The big, not fish, whales.
Whales.
Yes, this. Okay.
Okay.
It looks for him very strange.
It looked for him very strange, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. And therefore, he very quickly wake up his brothers.
Okay. Past tense?
Woke up.
Good. He woke up his brother. Alright, so by the way,
He looked.
he looked, yeah. And you were right the second time. He looked, maybe instead of saying to the window, because if you look to the window, you kind of are pretty far away, and the window is over here, and you're looking to the window. So like just in the direction of the window. But if you're looking out the window, you're really close to the window, and you're looking outside. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say looked out the window.
Ouch.
Past tense?
He noticed.
Yeah. And we would put the prepositional phrase, which is this, at the end of the sentence.
A few big whales on the beach. Yes. Mm-hmm.
A few big whales. Whales.
Whale.
Um, again, the prepositional phrase.
It looked very strange, maybe.
Yeah.
Without. For him. Okay.
Or to him. Looked really strange to him.
Mm.
Therefore, he quickly woke up his little brother. Okay, good. And Ken, how would you continue?
And he noticed uh, uh, they were Godzilla and monsters fighting at the beach.
Fighting on the beach?
On the beach.
Okay. He realized
And
we wouldn't say
he
they were. We would just say he realized that Godzilla and other monsters were
is a
fighting on the
monster.
beach.
Mhm.
Okay.
And silent. The silent. A silent. I'm sure. The silent warned people to evacuate.
Okay. Maybe the siren was warning people to evacuate.
Was warning to.
You could also warned is fine. But yeah, I think was warning sounds a little bit better in this situation. Um, okay. And Amp, can you continue?
Um, he was dreaming, and
Aw.
and it was so, but the nightmare was so real that he was very concerned when he woke up.
Okay. Yeah. Dreaming. I really wanted Godzilla to be there, dude. All right. Now, do you have anything to add to this, or do you think it's about the end?
Hmm.
We can continue.
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. Yeah, now do you have anything you want to add or
Hmm. Hmm. Uh, Actually, there, but it looks just uh, the way how what the ocean is waving and the sun is shining.
okay, and the sun was
Was shining.
okay. You could add that too. Nice. All right, I think we're good here then. We could try that little role play. Let's look at these idioms and let's have Wisla. Can you read through the idioms?
A disaster area, a recipe for disaster, a bull in a china shop, weather the storm.
Okay, a recipe.
Recipe. Mhm.
Uh-huh. And do you know any of these?
The recipe for disaster. Invest too much.
A recipe for disaster is invest too much?
Maybe I don't understand a recipe. Recipe is which way make this disaster, yes?
A recipe for disaster, I think, is a little bit different. So do you know what a recipe is?
Recipe. Mm, I'm not sure.
Okay. Who can tell us what a recipe is?
The like a prescription or all the things that you are going to do, um, like a list when you are going to prepare something. When you are prepare something for cooking, for example, you have a list all the ingredients that you need for that. It's it's the same here. Is you are doing everything to produce a disaster.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly. So when you're cooking, you have a recipe. It's like the steps and the ingredients that you need to make something. And so if we have a recipe for disaster, it's the steps or the ingredients necessary to create a disaster. Really perfect. Um, does that make sense, Fusla?
Yes, of course. I could have understand it, and I said the recipe for disaster is invest money too much in business in mad way in finance disaster.
Okay. Yeah, so a recipe for disaster is investing too much money in a business, maybe that is unstable. That could definitely be a recipe for disaster. All right. Yeah. And Ken, do you know any of the others?
Yes, I know a bull in a china shop.
Hmm.
It means big mess.
A big mess. I don't know if it means a big mess exactly.
Really?
Um, like the
Disaster?
results could be a big mess.
Hmm. Yes. I watched the video, a bull in the china shop actually on YouTube.
I watched a video of a bull in a china shop and
Yes,
you.
yes.
Okay.
Kind
Um,
of bull caused a disastrous, inside the shop.
yeah, you
Maybe that
call
situation. Mhm.
someone a bull in a china shop.
Yes.
So you can say to somebody be like, "Wow, you're like a bull in a china shop." Um,
kind of big troublemaker or something.
Yeah, so you could also say something like, I had my nephew into my house. Um, I had my nephew in my house last weekend, and he was like a bull in a china shop. He broke everything.
Mhm.
Um,
Physically broke, or how can I say? Uh, Only for physical breaking, or some other disaster thing.
I think pretty much just physical breaking, like things actually breaking. Um,
Okay.
yeah, we couldn't really say like an emotional bull in a china shop. I don't. It sounded a little bit weird. Could you
Mhm.
use it in a sentence?
Okay. Uh, bull, in, so, a China shop somewhere in Texas. All of a sudden, bull came into the shop, and not he, it caused a bull in a China shop.
Um, I mean, that would be literally having a bull in a china shop, which would be
Mm.
terrible. Um, it's not quite like that. We would always say like a bull in a china shop. Um, so like having you around is like having a bull in a china shop. Um, or you're like a bull in a china shop, or um, yeah, like having my nephew over last
Mhm.
weekend was like having a bull in a china shop. Something like that
Uh-huh. I
would work
see.
better. Um,
Okay, yeah, maybe yeah. Kanye West caused a bull, caused was like a bull in a China shop in MTV award in the past.
yeah.
Yeah,
The what awards?
MTV hours probably.
Huh. Kanye West is like a bull in a china shop in the MTV Awards in the past. That would be a good sentence. Um, and what about the remaining two? Do you know the other of the remaining two, Amp?
Sorry, I would like you ask you about a bull in a China shop. Can we use also elephant in a China porcelain shop? Is this the same?
An elephant in a china shop? I've never really heard it, but yeah,
Okay,
you could use
it
it.
it works in only in Poland. Okay, thank you.
You could say, there's an elephant in the room. Um, the elephant in the room
That means
is
the
like
same.
the really big problem that
Aha.
no one wants to talk about.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. And now, what about one of the remaining two?
I'm not sure whether the storm is mm, l- reached the problem.
Whether the storm is to reach a problem?
Uh, whether the storm. Mm, no, I'm gonna predict about a disaster area. Is the
A
no?
disaster.
I don't know about it. But
A disaster area is pretty straightforward.
the dangerous area, dangerous place, dangerous thing, or
Okay, it's like
dangerous something.
post disaster. So like
Post
after the
disaster.
disaster.
Aha. Mm-hmm.
So what's that mean? So like what would it be like? What would be a disaster area?
Um, disaster area. Post after the disaster. Tsunami came to that town, so the town was disappeared by that or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's not using disaster area though. Um,
After the disaster.
so yeah, just use the because that's a good sentence. Like it would be describing a disaster area, but you didn't actually use it, so you just talked about it. Um,
Hmm.
okay, maybe Wisla, what do you think?
I think it is nothing about disasters, but it's really about more with uh, finance. I think so. After
About finance.
before the First World War, crisis was really a disaster area.
Um,
No, 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 no. It's not the way. A
not quite.
disaster,
Um,
a
maybe Ken.
disaster area after tsunami in Japan was really big. Maybe this way.
Yeah, so you could say it like that. So you could say the disaster area after the tsunami in Japan was very large. So like the area that was affected, the area that was like a disaster or a mess. Um, what we often use this for is kind of like hyperbole. So we would say your room is a disaster area. You have to clean it up.
Mhm.
So if your room is a disaster area, it's like just really, really messy. It looks like maybe there was a hurricane in your room, and that's why everything was all over the place. Um, does that make sense?
Yes, I heard it.
Okay. Now, can you use it in a sentence?
Hmm. Uh, hmm. I cannot think about anything. My brain is a disaster area now. I don't
That
know.
would be good. That'd be perfect. You could say that. I
Okay.
can't think about anything. My brain is a disaster area.
Hmm.
Um, shoot. Yeah, that'd be a good sentence. Um, and amp. What about the last one?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay. Weather the storm. Yes. When somebody can't deal with problem,
When somebody can't deal with what? Amp? Aw. Right. Maybe Ken. Ken, are you there?
Okay, yes. Weather storm. I think that means to get over the storm.
Get over the storm. Maybe a different preposition.
Oh, get over? No,
Such as a T.
T. Get through.
Get through the storm.
Okay.
Um, does it have to be a literal storm?
I'm not sure. Maybe or rhetorically, kind of to uh, get through the hardships.
Yeah, to get through the hardships. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, hardship. And so the hardship can be a literal storm. You can weather the storm, like weather the hurricane.
Mhm.
But you could also like weather the financial storm, which would be like a
Mhm.
time where you don't have enough money or something like that. That would be weathering the storm. Hopefully that makes sense.
Mhm.
Does anybody have any questions about any of these? Any of these words? Okay, let's go on. Hmm, we could try. Maybe we could try dialogue or role play. And let's have maybe Vlisla. Can you read the first role?
Uh, this one, you think it would The first one?
You could read either of them.
Okay. You think you should go to the hurricane shelter to weather the storm with the rest of the town.
Can you repeat hurricane?
Hurricane.
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 Yeah.
Hurricane. Hurricane.
Mhm.
Hurricane.
And now, can you read the next roll?
You think it would be best to weather the storm in the basement. You have lots of supplies and it should be safe.
Good. Okay. And let's have Wisla. Can you start us out?
Hmm. Okay, should I? Aha. Hey friends, we have to go to the city and look if the people um, the people are safe in their homes before this terrible hurricane.
Okay. Well, you have to go. Um. So, can you? I'm not really sure. It's like searching and seeing if other people are safe in their homes is not quite what the first person wants to do. What the first person wants to do is to go to the hurricane shelter. So he wants to go to the shelter so he and his friend are safe. Does that make sense?
Aha, okay. I didn't
So,
understand shelter. Shelter, I understand on the border of hurricane. Okay.
okay, so like this would be an image of like a hurricane shelter.
Yes, yes, I
So,
know.
okay. So how maybe could you try to start again?
Hey friend, we have to go to the city. There is a shelter when we can, in safety way, spend a few days.
Yeah. Okay, really well done. And oh no, is my screen frozen? Ah, sorry. So it should be now. I don't know if you can hear me now. Are you there? Okay,
I'm
you can
I'm
try.
here.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Uh, Actually, my friend already uh, have been there. Yeah, already has been there, and he sent a picture. Look at this. They are so many people. Um, so many people. I I imagine that situation, so I have already prepared some supplies for this kind of situation since I was younger. I will be in my basement. If if you want to come, please join me.
I'll be in my basement. If you want to come, please join me.
Hmm.
Okay, I past tense.
I imagined.
Yeah, imagined this situation. So I've already prepared some slides from.
Yeah.
I've already prepared for.
I prepared.
Yeah, I would just remove this since I was younger. I don't. Yeah, I'll be in my base if you want to come join me. Okay. All right. Nice. And Amp, how would you try to respond?
Yeah, but maybe we can share all of, part of the supply that we have with some people that need more than gas.
Okay. Who need it if it supplies?
Them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yep.
can share part of the supply with.
More than we do. Might sound a little bit better.
Okay.
Ken, how would you respond?
Yes, I want to agree with that idea, but problem is, in this stormy weather, we cannot bring such a large amount of uh, supplies to evacuation center. So stay in our basement, and after the storm was over, we could bring supplies to evacuation center.
Nice. Yeah, after the storm is over, we can bring supplies to the evacuation center. All right, really well done. Wisla, how would you respond?
Uh, I really think that we should go to the shelter because it's surrounded with a big walls, and this is only one safety place in this time, in this town.
Yeah, and it's the only safe place in this town. Okay, really nicely done. Now?
I don't think so. And actually, the hurricane storm, is coming to. The storm is getting bigger, so I don't want to go outside now. It is the safe way to wait. The storm will pass. Pass. I don't know.
It's okay. It just sounded like you were like every word you said you'd like. I'm just gonna guess. I think of another word. It was really funny. It's a safe way to
Throughout,
throughout.
throughout. I don't know.
Throughout. How would we use throughout in a sentence? Does anybody think they could use throughout in a sentence?
Throughout the city.
Yeah, throughout the city. What?
Okay. So in this case,
Yeah. So like you could say like throughout the concert, the band was drinking whiskey or something. I don't know. Bottle. So during the whole thing, or during the whole city, or throughout the whole city, it's like throughout the city there was chaos. It's like all around the city.
okay.
So you could say like we'll pass by.
Oh, pass by.
So the Safeway, again, we wouldn't want to say it because if the Safeway is already it, We don't want
Ah.
it. So the safest way
Oh,
is to wait wait, and the storm will pass by. Maybe wait here.
Hmm.
Can you read that one more time now?
I don't think so. And actually, the storm is getting bigger, so I don't want to go outside now. The safest way is to wait here. The storm will pass by.
Nice. And Ant?
What if one of us gets sick? We don't have we won't be able to go to the doctor, and in this shelter it is possible to
Okay.
have one to have one
Yeah. To see one.
see one. Okay.
And
Yes, but the outside now it's pretty stormy, so I think it's dangerous to go outside now. It's not the proper timing.
good. Really nicely done. And I mean, I think we're probably okay here. Maybe one more. Vwisla, how would you respond to that?
But unfortunately, our freezer is empty, and we haven't nothing to eat. We have to go to the shelter.
We haven't nothing. How'd you correct that? Anybody know? We can't say we haven't nothing. What would we say?
We have
We have
nothing.
no.
Yeah, we have nothing to eat, or we don't have anything. Either would work. So haven't nothing is just the double negative, which we don't want to use. Yeah. All right, and we are just out of time. Thanks for coming into class. It was good to have you guys. We got another class in an hour, and then in like 4 hours or something. But yeah, thanks again for coming in. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.
Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.